Hey everybody, uh, just a quick one. I wrote some numbers down that I wanted to share with y'all because there's a lot of, stuff going on in the world right now. If your head hasn't been buried in the sand, there's this thing called the coronavirus, and it should be taken seriously. However, I'm not so sure about the panic. And I'm not so sure about, the place where I work. A lot of people are upset, including myself, how people aren't taking it seriously. But there are a lot of other things that we don't take seriously. So I just wanted to throw some numbers out there, um, just to bring perspective. Now, granted, this is a fast-moving disease, or virus. This is a killer. But so are a lot of other things. And if we give so much attention to one thing, of which I'm grateful that we are, we lose sight of so many other things that we have going on. So I want to put it in perspective, okay? The CDC, the most recent data that I was able to find of the death rate in this country, not the world, in this country, it was from 2017. So I'm just going to go down the list real quick, okay? Whoops. All right. Leading death causes, all right? Number one, heart disease. 647,457 deaths occurred in 2017 from heart disease. 647,000. Cancer-related diseases. 599,108. Accidental death. Accidents, injuries that resulted in death. Accidents. This is how far it drops from heart and cancer. It drops all the way down to 169,936 accidental deaths. Chronic lower respiratory illnesses or disease, 160,201. Stroke-related deaths, 146,383. Alzheimer's, 121,404. Diabetes, 83,564. Flu and pneumonia, 55,672 deaths from the flu or pneumonia in the year 2017. Kidney failure or kidney-related disease, 50,633. And suicide is on that list of 47,173. Think of those numbers. Okay, and then just for some others, in 2019, just last year, 38,800 deaths from accidents driving in a car. Driving a car, 38,800 deaths just last year. Let's see. They do have an estimate of cardiovascular disease for 2019. This was taken from the Heart Association. An average of 2,303 die from cardiovascular disease every day. 389 deaths each day from a stroke. Now, this was based from their last information in 2016. An estimated 606,880 deaths occurred last year from cancer. That's an estimate. They don't have the total yet. And then the 2018, and this one was from the CDC, the 2018-2019 flu season, 35.5 million people were reported and diagnosed with the flu. 35.5 million. This was just last year, 2018-2019 flu season. 35.5 million. Out of that, 34,200 people died. Okay? So you say, oh my gosh, these numbers. Now, compare it to this brand new novel coronavirus, whatever, COVID-19. And just in the 2.5 months, approximately, that it has been in this country, there have been reported 36,118 deaths as of today in April. I don't even know what day it is. I know it's a Friday, but I don't know the date. I got all these numbers, but I can't remember today's date. Anyhow, all right, so it's a fast killer. 36,000 in 2.5 months. I didn't write down how many were reportedly diagnosed or how many went undiagnosed. There was a lot of different categories here of people that were undiagnosed with some of these others. Smoking. Okay, you ready for this? According to the CDC, an estimated more than 480,000 deaths related to smoking a year. Now, they put the smoking to heart disease, they put the smoking to the lower respiratory, they put the smoking to the cancer. But they average or estimate 480,000 in smoking. You can go in and you can break this down and you can have statistics, and it doesn't change the fact that this is something to be taken seriously. But there is no returning to normal, because returning to normal is just as chaotic and just as dangerous and just as risky as it ever has been. We're just adding something new to the mix, something that they've said from the very beginning. Wash your hands. We were taught that in preschool. Everything we needed to know about the coronavirus we learned in kindergarten. Wash your hands. Don't rub your face. I mean, there's a lot here that is just common sense. If we, flu season. We don't think so much about flu season, but yet the flu season kills. The flu season, 35.5 million people got the flu. 35.5 million. I'm just saying, people. The coronavirus is real. The coronavirus is serious, but it is affecting us in the worldwide economy, in the worldwide status. It's just another tool for our government to tell us how to run our business. So I'm just basically going to say it like this. Me, I'm going back to work. I'm going to go about my life, and I'm going to go live my life. And I'm going to enjoy my family, and I'm going to enjoy my friends, and I'm not going to allow the government to tell me how to live my life. And you shouldn't either. Because, before all this happened, what did we always say about the government? We always said that if the government got involved, they'd screw it up. The private sector has been allowed to move without the government's red tape. And look at how quickly they're able to come up with new masks, new ventilators, new ways of fighting the virus, new ways of even finding out and testing if you have the virus. I think we, agree with me or not, I think we have the right president for the right time, because he's not a politician, or at least he wasn't. He's a businessman. And I think it's our time to get busy and get this country back open. Sure, there are some places that are severely hurt. There are some places that are severely needs to be careful. And we all still need to be careful. But why are we allowing the government to tell us to be scared? Why are we allowing the government to tell us when or not to go back outside, to go back out and live our lives? I'm sorry. I'm going back to work. I've fortunately have had a job working at a grocery store where that's not been an issue. But I'm not going to let fear and panic rule me. Sure, I get caught up in the discussions. I get caught up in it. I get caught up in worry. But when you look at all the other numbers, you know, I could walk outside and a branch fall and kill me. I could trip and fall just going up the stairs or coming down the stairs. The accidental injuries were one, two, three, third category on the list. 169,936 deaths. So approximately 170,000 deaths were accidental. Whether that be car accident or just slipping in the shower or just not really being smart and sticking a knife down in a plugged-in toaster to get a piece of bread out. I don't know. Just things I'm thinking. I'm not going to allow the government to scare me into taking more of my freedoms away. I think it's high time that we stood up, and with this election coming especially, we better get out and vote and not be afraid to be cooped up inside, to not hug our loved ones, to, you know, I don't know. They can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you what to do. I can only tell you what I'm going to do, and I'm going to live my life. I'm not going to let the government tell me how to live my life. We're supposed to tell the government. We're supposed to elect the officials that will run the government the way it's supposed to be run, the way we believe it's supposed to be run. I got political on you. I'm sorry. Anyhow, let's go back to work, America. You know, the government's going to send us a check. Ugh. Okay, great. I love it. Thank you. I got mine. I don't know if you got yours. I hope you do. I'm sorry, y'all. Please, go back to work. Just go back to work, go back to church, go back to the parks. But be careful. If you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. If you want to wear gloves, be smart about it. And don't remember that the gloves get dirty and the masks get dirty, and still don't touch your face with your gloves. Or remember that those dirty gloves that you're touching everything else with are spreading the disease, as I keep calling it a disease, the virus, just as much as your bare hands would. From what I understand, you don't contract the disease by getting it on your hands. You contract the disease by getting it on your hands and rubbing it into your eyes or your nose or your mouth or you know, from spittle. From, you know, I'm pretty sure it's anyhow. Oh, I'm so tired of it. Yeah, take it seriously. But you should have been washing your hands all along. Come on, people. I'm sick and tired of watching people come out of the bathroom and not washing their hands. Wash your hands. It should be something you do all the time. You don't want to shake hands anymore? Don't shake hands. But go to work. Come on. Let's get back out there. Let's show the world what we're made of. I'll have a cooking video out soon, but I just wanted to say this. I'm going back to work. I'm going back to living my life. And while I respect the authorities and I respect the governments, I'm going back to work. And so should you. God bless. Be safe. But take a stand. If the government messes everything up, then the government's going to mess this up too. They're already starting to make it turn towards that political side once again, instead of your health, your safety, your well-being, and the greatness of our country. I'm not talking about the rest of the world. I'm talking about America. I'm talking about you and me. Whatever. Y'all, do what you think is right, but do it. Don't be a coward. Don't follow the opinions of even me. Just do it. Bye.